At this time, please remain standing for the presentation of colors. Tonight's colors are presented by Cibola High School, MCJROTC, under the direction of Gunnery Sergeant Jimmy Flores. Thank you. You may now be seated. At this time, we would like to introduce members of the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education and the leadership team. Please stand as you are introduced. Board Member Dr. David Piercy. Board Member Yolanda Montoya Cordova. Superintendent Raquel Reedy. Associate Superintendent for Equity Instruction, Innovation, and Support, Dr. Madeline Serna Marmol. Executive Director of Student, Family, and Community Supports, Dr. Chris Muir. Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Amy Malazzo. Associate Superintendent for Leadership and Learning, Zone 3, Yvonne Garcia. And Associate Superintendent for Leadership and Learning for Zone 2, Antonio Gonzalez. At this time, please join me in welcoming Albuquerque Public Schools Superintendent Raquel Reedy. She will address our graduating class.
Well, hello, everybody. You look wonderful. It is just a pleasure to be standing here and seeing all the support that you have with all your friends and relatives, and then you sitting there. It's just wonderful to stand here and see that. You know, we're gathered here tonight, and I suspect that you know why. We're here to celebrate the graduates of the class of 2019. Absolutely. You like the sound of that, don't you? The graduates of the class of 2019 sounds so great. I want to thank you for inviting me to be a part of this wonderful, truly wonderful celebration. And quite frankly, coming to graduations, it's one of the best parts of my job, because I see you and I can envision you as kindergartners, as fifth graders, as middle schoolers, and here we are at the end of that journey, and here you are sitting as individuals who have really embraced the challenge of education, and I cannot be happier for you. I can truly feel the joy in the room tonight. It comes from proud families and friends of these young men and women who earned, and I want to stress the word earned. It's not given to you. You worked and you earned it. These are young men and women who earned their high school diploma. Sounds great. And the joy in this room comes from the teachers and counselors and principals and staff and cafeteria people and custodians, everyone who helped them along this academic journey. And it comes from you, the graduates yourselves. We can all feel it. It's in the air, and rightly so. And I look at you, and some of you can't stop grinning, can't stop smiling. And you know, those smiles look really good on you. They look good on you because you know. You look confident and accomplished because you are confident and accomplished. Don't forget that. Remember what you've been through, and the fact that you're sitting here just speaks volumes about your tenacity. And you know what? I know you've got your phones. Make sure that they're off, but be sure and take all the selfies that you can. They're free, and will hold memories that you will treasure for years and years to come. So don't hesitate. This is the day, this is the time for you to truly enjoy your accomplishments. You earned this moment in time. Enjoy it, savor it. Your determination and hard work, and here's a great word, your stick-to-itiveness. Try spelling that. Your stick-to-itiveness, that's what got you to this milestone in your life, and you should be proud. I have a very special place in my heart for summer graduates. You know, there's always a hubbub and a hurly-burly, and we're all rushing in May to make sure that everyone, gets their time in the light. And this is your time, and it's a special time, and the weather's great. and there's flowers in the air. It's just a wonderful time to graduate, and I've always loved these gatherings. You know what? The fact about graduating in the summer speaks volumes about you as individuals, and I'll tell you why. You are in school when many of your friends are sleeping in. I know that's tough. You go to class in sweltering heat. Sometimes your friends are out vacationing, and here you are prepping for a test or working on their tans. I hate that part the most. But the bottom line, and I don't want you to forget this, the bottom line is regardless what your people that you know are doing or what decisions they made with their lives, the bottom line is that you made sacrifices this summer in order for you to earn this diploma and in order for you to sit here and celebrate with your families and with your friends. I would argue with anyone that these sacrifices, your decisions to forego going to the parties or to forego sleeping late and skipping class, to forego going on a road trip or whatever, your decisions have affected your life in such a positive way. I'm not sure that you realize what your decisions will mean to you in the future, but you'll find out. The fact is that you are earning a diploma, that lasts forever. Tans may fade. The music from the parties will stop. But you have something concrete that you alone accomplished, and you can show the world this. No one can ever take that diploma away from you. Remember that. And it's because of what you did and your strength of character that has you sitting here today. So, thank you. A high school diploma opens the door to all kinds of possibilities. All you have ahead of you is everything. Everything. You have everything ahead of you. All possibilities. The doors are all open for you. Think about that. Everything awaits you, and you are prepared to embrace it, whatever path you decide to take. You know, I look at you and I see a very diverse group of graduates. Actually, I see Albuquerque. Albuquerque is one of the richest and most diverse communities in the entire United States. And here you are, totally representing this wonderful city that we live in. Diversity is our middle name. How many of you speak Spanish or another language? Raise your hand. All right. All right. I want you to embrace that. I want you to hold on to that. It makes you unique. It makes you special. It tells you who you are and where you come from and who your people are. We must be proud of our culture because it is unique, it is beautiful, and it enriches not only our lives, but the lives of everyone around us. This is what makes Albuquerque and APS so special. I know that you have grown up in different neighborhoods. I know that you took a variety of paths to get to this moment. Some of you learned differently than others and needed extra time, or you had to slow down as far as your coursework because you may had to support your family or do something that would be of assistance, something where you were needed and you heard that call. Some of you faced an illness or an injury, or you just needed a little more time to mature and to get motivated, and you did it. And a handful of you chose to get it done early. A handful of you chose to finish your coursework and get your degree early. earlier than the 4 years that are usually admitted to that. And you did it in a very thoughtful, precise way. And what you did is you took extra classes over the years so that you can hurry up and start the next chapter of your life. Congratulations to you. The colors, and I'm looking and I see so many beautiful colors. The colors of your graduation gowns, representing our high schools and our charter schools, signify your differences, as do the cords and the stoles that some of you draped around your necks, representing culture, representing academic achievement or activism or involvement. No two of you graduates are alike, nor was your journey to this achievement alike. You have had many, many transitions in your life, and I think if you stop and think back, you could probably pinpoint them, but I'll give you some ideas. So, how many of you remember when you were born? No? Well, you were born, okay? And there's witnesses. Had your mother, your father, grandmother, aunts, and uncles, everybody knew that you were born, and here you are today. That was the first transition. How many of you remember the first day of kindergarten? Kindergarten, oh my goodness, so hard, mostly hard on the parents. Maybe not so hard on the children because they're excited and maybe they're a little scared and they're anxious. And as principal of an elementary school, I remember so well that first day of kindergarten where little hands were being held by adult hands in a caring, loving way, walking to the next transition. Do you remember what it was to start middle school? That was pretty scary, I think. Middle school. Or what about the first day of high school? What was that like as a freshman? Pretty nerve-wracking, I would think. Those transitions could be difficult and they could be challenging. They were also inevitable because you know what? You were growing. From that birth all the way past on the years, you were growing as a human being and as an individual. And sometimes these transitions really truly proved to be exciting and fun and really helped you identify yourself as the human being and individual that you want to become. So here you are at another transition, another scary, challenging, and exciting time of your life. The possibilities, like I said, are endless for you, and quite frankly, I envy you and your future. My wish for you is that you continue learning, always. Whether you choose college or trade school, the military, or going into the family business, do one thing, and that would be expand your knowledge. Find the things that intrigue you and become experts in that. Continue to ask questions, push those boundaries, take chances, and dare to be different. Dare to take challenges. Find what makes you happy and do what you have to in order to succeed. And here's the most important thing. Allow yourself to love and to be loved. And most importantly, love yourself. You did it, graduates, the class of 2019. Congratulations. Y que vayan con Dios. Soy muy orgullosa de que todo lo que han hecho ustedes. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Superintendent Reedy, for such great words and a true excitement for our graduates. Good evening. My name is Yvonne Garcia. I'm the Associate Superintendent for Learning Zone 3, which is the northwest part of the city, CEC, Academy, And tonight, I got to get past superintendent's speech. It is my honor to join my colleagues in co-hosting tonight's celebration. We'd now like to acknowledge the summer school site principals who worked daily with our summer graduates. Please stand as I call your name. Audience, please continue to hold your applause until the end. Highland High School's Lupe Martinez and Elisa Romero. La Cueva High School's Brian Hubble and Brett Reimer. West Mesa High School's Michelle Martinez. We'd like to also thank our high school summer school staff for the 2019 summer school program. Laura Valdez, Secondary Summer Learning Instructional Manager. Thank you. They're behind the black curtain. Janet Walters, Summer Learning Program Specialist. And of course, there are so many other summer site staff and registration support staff. We also wish to acknowledge all our high school principals present tonight. They will be introduced later as they hand out the diploma covers to each of you graduates. But I am truly excited to introduce Tyrone Trujillo, our student speaker, who is graduating from Valley High School. Tyrone, please come to the podium.
Wow, this is more people than I intended. Okay. To my fellow graduates, families, and loved ones of the class of 2019, it's a great honor to be up here speaking to all of you today. I don't know how y'all feel right now, but right now I'm feeling pretty nervous, scared, and excited. Therefore, I want to say to each and every one of my fellow graduates, I wish each and every one of y'all the best, and to never give up on your goals, and always see to keep succeeding. That's no matter what. Just move on to bigger and better things. I once read in a book, The Rose That Grew from Concrete by Tupac Shakur, the poem, The Eternal Lament. And to lament is to look back in regret. From my mind to the depth of my soul, I yearn to achieve all my goals. And all the free time will be spent on the one I missed. I will lament. I am not a perfectionist, but I seek perfection. I am not a great romantic, yet I yearn for affection. Internally, my mind will produce ways to put my talents to use. And when I am done, no matter where I have been, I will yearn to do it all over again. I chose this passage because it reminds me of all the times I had to fight against all the obstacles that were placed in my life, with all the negativity, violence, and crime that were trying to destroy me. I chose to turn these odds into tools and not let them consume me, but instead I decided to use them to turn my life into a masterpiece of prosperity. What I hope to share with all of you is that we're not all perfect, but we got a meaning and a purpose, no matter what happens. Because life is not always perfect, but it's never too late to succeed and surpass your limits. Once you're there, take the time to enjoy life with your loved ones close by. Remember how much you've grown and how much you've achieved. I can assure you to say I was one to view life with a different perspective. When I was in 7th grade, I would have thought graduation from high school impossible because of all the stuff going on in my life. Having to go through the struggle with a single mother of 5 and me being the middle child, it showed me to value the little things like water, electricity, and gas, and also at times a roof. But there was always a brighter day. Mom, Thank you for all the love you've given me and my siblings over the years. I love you and I appreciate you for that. Graduates, this graduation is yours, but it's also for the ones who worked to get you here and supported you. Thank you to all the teachers that believed in us when we didn't, the ones that gave us extra credit when we needed it but did not deserve it, the teachers that would understand us when we needed to leave early or had to come in late. Most of all, another thing I wanted to say is life is not determined by where you've come from or how you look or how you present yourself, but on how you make it and how much you put into it. So I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of my fellow graduates. May you seek to never give up on your goals and always follow your dreams. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day and life. Can you see this?
Thank you very much, Tyrone. Thank you and good evening. My name is Antonio Gonzalez. I am the Associate Superintendent for Leadership and Learning for Zone 2 for Albuquerque Public Schools. It is my honor to also co-host tonight's celebration with Associate Superintendents Gabriela Blakey and Ivan Garcia. At this time, it is my honor to welcome Board President Dr. David Piercy and Board Member Yolanda Montoya Cordova to the podium. Would you please join me? Dr. Piercy and Ms. Montoya Cordova, the graduates before you have completed all requirements set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education and the New Mexico Public Education Department. We proudly present them to you to accept as graduates of the Albuquerque Public Schools.
Congratulations to the summer class of 2019. When I look out and I see all your colors, Somos Unidos, you know, that wonderful theme that we've been saying, One Albuquerque, but it's definitely here. So congratulations. And on behalf of the Albuquerque Public School Board of Education, we accept the graduating class of 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Albuquerque Public Schools graduating class of Summer School 2019. Would the Albuquerque Public Schools leadership please take their places in the receiving line? And at this time, I would like to welcome Dr. Madeline Serna Marmol, Associate Superintendent for Equity, Instruction, Innovation, and Support for the Albuquerque Public Schools, who will read the names of the 2019 graduates this evening. It is now time for the class of 2019 to come forward.
Okay. Representing Albuquerque Charter Academy, Sean Burrich. Candelaria M. Valdez Peña. That's the one for charter. Representing Albuquerque High School, Ryan Homestick. Marlene Alvarez. Kyla Aragon. Mateo S. Benali. Carlos Castillo. Delir Davis. Joe Ray R. Fernandez. Nancy Flores Ortega. Xavier Lynam. Vladimir Madrid. Rafael Maldonado Perez. Thomas K. Martin. Brianna C. Monge. Jorge Rodriguez. Jasmine Ruiz. Patrick Sanchez. David A. Savage. Maya J. Turner. Representing Atrisco Heritage Academy High School, Shirley Parejo. Jason Adamali. Kalea Albert. Jesus M. Amaya Jr. Haley Calvillo. Ashley A. Duarte Castañeda. Yesenia Espinosa. Jacob Etzidi. Jacqueline Gallegos. Jade Garcia. Kyle Garcia. Mariela Godoy Diaz. Alicia L. Grant. Dominic L. Lovato. Andrew Gonzalez. Brian Martinez. Naum Medina. Anthony J. Machalski. Mercedes A. Montoya. Isaiah Otero. Khalil L. Rodriguez. Daniel S. Romero. Austin Ruiz. Isaac Ruiz. Sierra G. Sanchez. Brian Trio. Dominic E. Ulibarri. Eric Velo Avalos. Representing Cibola High School, Raul Sandoval.
We have one more student from Atrisco.
Who is it?
Arturo. How did we miss him?
Arturo Gonzalez Jr. That was my fault. Maya A. Aguirre. Kimberly Baji. Kimberly Bahi. Taylene Garambullo. Dominic Munoz. Isaac R. Painter. Ezequiel M. Urbina. Kate Welch. Representing Digital Arts and Technology Academy, Raul Sandoval. Louis G. Mendoza. Lorianne Montoya. Representing Del Norte High School, Ed Bortat. Alberto Aldey. Jairo Alvarado. Alexia Apodaca. Benita Arrambide. Sergio Barrientos. Deja Begay. Mikhail Brown. Ruben Chavez Torres. June Lowe. Ever Nunez. Caitlin N. Paisano. Elizabeth Peña. Jair Puentes. Kevin Reese. Gabriel Salazar. Taina Toya. Representing Early College Academy, Pat Arguelles. Irene Ramirez. Representing E Academy Virtual High School, Shell Marie Harris. Zain I. Aldas. Sarai J. Campos. Selena M. Holt. Haley M. Houghton. Darius Kessler. Kaylin M. Markey. Representing El Dorado High School, Martín Sandoval. Talon Bennett. Edwin S. Colon. Nathaniel Erevario. Mystica R. Garcia. Jihoon Lim. Tyler P. McClellan. Corinna Sandoval. Omed Shenvari. Representing Freedom High School, Esther Keaton. Brianna Archuleta. Courtney R. Hughes. Angelica M. Martinez. Javier Morales. Aiden Peck. Michelle Ramirez. Gilbert L. Sena. Denisha Allen. Representing Highland High School, Elisa Romero. Carlos Pedro Guerrero Luna. Osvaldo E. Loya Bejarano. Carol Miller. Oscar Ochoa. Diana K. Perez. Kevin Pineda. Sarah Mikaya Galea.
The Cueva's next.
Oh, representing La Cueva High School, Brett Reimer. Sarah Mikaya Galea. Alexandria E. Keavney. Ju W. Kim. Representing Manzano High School, Karen Webb. Leah Austin. Jacqueline J. Cardenas. Kyle Desheen. Anthony A. Gallegos. Victor Martinez. Alexis Morgan. Angelina Padilla. Manata Hosanna Saint Papulet. Jason Villanueva. Rihanna N. Washington. Leanna A. Williams.
That's it for Manzano.
Representing Mark Armijo Charter Academy, Bernadette Fritz. Valeria Alfaro. Juan Ibarra. Brianna Pacheco. Kenya Vasquez. Representing New Futures, Jinx Baskerville. Lauren Chavez. Alexis Hermosillo. Megan Hoffman. Alyssa M. Padilla. Cheyenne Singleton. Mia Tenorio. Representing Rio Grande High School, Amanda DeBell.
She's also going to read for RFK.
Jesus Chaparro Ramirez. What? Yeah, you're after our. Juan M. Chavez. Reina Chavez. Andrea Galvan. Fabián Omar Hernández. Daniela Mauricio. Miriam Mayo. Anthony Najera. Jose G. Rodriguez. Elizabeth Romero Navarrete. Maria Ángela C. Rubio. Mark Todlena.
Now for RFK.
RFK Sylvia Mendoza Rios. Okay, they're backed up. Representing Sandia High School, Larry Dianza. Gabriel A. Acosta. Ashley Emsley. Jody Gutierrez. Bruno Kunzle Savastano. Isabella C. Ojeda. Kayla Urioste. Hope Vivian. Tyler Willingham.
He's also going to present from Southwest.
Representing School on Wheels, Cliff Hanna. Zoe M. Chavez. And from Southwest Secondary, Pia Harvey. Representing Valley High School, Anthony Griego. Cynthia L. Alcantar. Elijah Barreras. Brandon T. Gutierrez. Isaiah Mestas. Analicia Moya. Cesar C. Quintana Macías. Roberto Rios. Justice Tumalati. Tyrone Trujillo. Johnny Velasquez. Nayeli Villa.
Okay, that was Cindy or Baba.
Representing Volcano Vista High School, Manuel Alzaga. Sonia Adkins. Paul C. Apodaca. Victor M. Arreguin Jarquin. Christina Cardoza. Cody J. Couch. Jake D. Deathridge. Joa Flores. Chloe Frazier. Kayla Goodgame. America Guzman. Fernando F. Hernandez. Zion Jesus. Vanessa A. Madrid. Matthew S. Mills. Isaí Rivas. Isaiah Sanchez. Ethan A. Silva. Demetri C. Smith. Alexia Valles. Dalen Jacoby. Representing West Mesa High School, Michelle Martinez. Monique Apodaca. Ramon Bautista. Destiny Elizabeth Castro. Isaac Hinojosa. Asiana Lee. Brianna Lenti. Jonathan Lorge. David Martinez. Mateo E. Mendoza. Christian Olivas. Celeste Pacheco. Miranda Y. Retana. Yesenia Robles. Isaac R. Russell. Bernardo A. Salazar. Jeremy Sandoval. Jesús Trejo. Jacob Venegas. Thank you.
No, I'm in the middle. So it's up, up, up.
Our 2019 graduates, please stand. Graduates, at this time, please move your tassels from right to left.
Graduates, please join me in thanking parents, friends, family, school staff for supporting you and your accomplishments this evening.
Parents, families, and friends, please remain seated until the graduates have exited the theater. After the graduates have exited the theater, please join your graduate in the designated meetup areas posted in your program. Help me, ladies and gentlemen, one last time congratulate the Albuquerque Public Schools Summer School Class of 2019.
Families, please wait for the graduates to exit. Oh, it's not